Field hockey as the Sterling Silver Knights take on the Paulsboro Red Devils. And we look at the current weather conditions, 61 degrees, very cloudy, a little mist in the air as well, humidity at 90%, winds blowing at northeast at 8 miles an hour, and just like that, we're ready to get things underway.
Well, you're talking about the weather conditions. As long as we don't get rain, this is bad weather. I haven't been out here for field hockey. The field looks pretty good.
Yeah,
Definitely.
They keep it in good condition.
They really do. Yeah, it looks like it's better than I can remember in recent memory.
Sterling's coming in at 2-9 on the year. Paulsboro at 0-7.
Yeah, two teams that are struggling, and I think you look forward to this type of game because you know you're going against a team where you're going to be competitive with them.
Are y'all slipping?
Yeah, Paulsboro has not scored a goal yet this year, so we'll see if they get that chance. And last time we were out here, Woodbury before that game hadn't scored a goal until their game against Sterling. Sterling has actually won all of the last 5 games they've played against Paulsboro. 4 to 5 of them have been shutouts, and pretty much all of them have been blowouts. So we'll see if that trend continues today.
And with Sterling I think that they have, their subs over there that are, we don't, they've been shorthanded the whole year, so you definitely have to pace yourself, I think, when you're out there. You always want to hustle, but at the same time, when you know you're not going to get a break, you don't want to overdo it.
So it'll be Paulsboro possession. And even the last game, Sterling played with just 8 players. It was an 8v11, and Sterling was able to come out with the 2-1 victory in overtime.
And that was Woodbury, correct?
Yeah, that was Woodbury.
Okay.
Went to overtime. Overtime only lasted 30 seconds, so it didn't take too long for Sterling to break that tie.
And it's tough, with fall sports. There's so many different teams. With the girls, you have cross country, you have soccer, you have volleyball. So it's not easy getting all the numbers out in a fairly small, in a Group 2 school.
Yeah.
So, but it's good seeing them out here. We're glad we can get them on Channel 19.
Gotta show all the sports I love. It's kind of nice to have some of these non-sunny days, especially for today, because, last time when I was out here commentating the last game, it was pretty hard to see. Every time I was looking to the right direction, the sun was just blazing hot. It was right in my eyes.
Been there for many September games.
So we're Sterling with it on the far side.
And we have soccer playoffs coming up on Thursday. Channel 19 will be covering that. Then that's the boys. And then Saturday, the girls play at 10 o'clock in the morning. So a lot going on. And, when you get to the playoffs, it's just fast and furious. Every other day, you've got a game. But it's exciting.
Yeah. I'm excited for the playoffs, see how far these teams can go. I'm excited for the girls soccer team.
Yeah,
for their playoffs, because they had a pretty historic season, in my opinion. I mean, they were pretty much lights out against every team they faced. So I'm excited to see how far they'll go.
No question about it. And they had the tough loss in the coaches tournament to a very good Cherokee team, but bounced back and played a couple really good games. One game they were actually behind, came back, and got themselves to where they're playing good again. I think in any season you might have that one game here or there. Even in a successful season, we don't play as well as you would have liked. But I think they have good team chemistry, and it's shown in the results.
There's Alyssa Sharp there for Paulsboro. Paulsboro looking for an early goal scoring opportunity. Trying to thread through the defense. Yeah, nice job by that Sterling defense to prevent that from going in.
Yeah, you thought they were going to cash in on that one with having all those forwards right out in front of the net, but good job by the Sterling D and the goalie. Goalie is Aaliyah Ramirez.
So Sterling trying to clear this one out. Paulsboro trying, or no, yeah, Paulsboro trying to keep it in. Nice job by the keeper Ramirez to kick that one away.
I always think that this is a much better game, would be a much better game on turf. And it's going to be exciting to see if they get the opportunities. Grass looks great, but hitting the ball that just gets, you know, kind of lost in the grass. And
it's going to move a lot smoother on turf.
Yeah, exactly. It just seems like field hockey is one game where it's made for turf.
Here's Sharp with it.
And as we speak, they're back there excavating. They didn't waste any time. They really got went head first
hard
into
at work right now.
Oh, man.
They really know what they're doing.
Yeah, there is a mound, huge mound back there, and they're going to distribute the dirt to other areas that need it. So it's a much-needed improvement, no question about it. There we go.
See that football field.
Big man, and I believe that, I don't think they've had dirt delivered. I think it's just dirt that they've already, the existing dirt that they've dug up, and they're going to transfer it. Because they said, from what I heard, it's pretty good dirt. It's the right kind of dirt that they need to fill in some of those areas. So it just kind of worked out well.
Yeah, it seems like they're making a lot of progress.
Yep. Well, they say they'll be finished in March, so.
Yeah.
Barring, I guess, a disastrously bad winter, but we don't get them as bad anymore.
None around here. I don't think we haven't really had many storms in the winter.
No.
Many snowstorms.
Here and there, but nothing like we used to.
I want a snowstorm. I think that'd be.
Oh yeah.
They can be some fun.
Nothing better than the snow day. And I think they're still going to give it to us. But if we go over, I'm sure that's when they'll use the remote.
I always thought that just no matter what, I think they would just use remote.
Well, we've already had. They've given us. It was last year, the year before. Even when we had the ability to go remote, they gave us a snow day.
Okay.
And we didn't. I don't think we had a whole lot of snow last year.
No, we didn't. I don't think.
And even when you go remote, you could make it half a snow day. Kids have to have the experience of.
I like if you go remote, make it a half. Make it just like from 8 to 12, and then no afternoon sessions.
You got to be the student representative on the board.
Yeah.
You look at Sterling come in,
and they got it.
it.
And Sterling is going to jump out to a 1-0 lead about halfway, little over halfway through this first quarter.
And the ball was stuck deep in the Paulsboro end, but Sterling just slowly brought it up that far side for the last minute, got it up there, and then goalie came out, just didn't get it, stepped on it, and that was Tori Martin with a good job finishing it off and getting Sterling's first goal. Sterling up 1-0.
Kizzy there with the assist. So we'll take a look at it one more time. Nice job there by Kizzy to find Martin.
Yep. And Martin in close. Knocked that one in.
Number 7.
And we're looking at our Sterling goal stats. I don't
think she has any.
I got 7.
Tori Martin's first goal. So good for her.
If our stat sheet's not lying to us, then I want to congratulate her. Sterling with another chance. And we'll get a whistle.
And she almost had another one. You look at her right here, she's in close and really working hard there. But good job by the Paulsboro goalie.
Yeah, the one by the second try, like she almost had another one. That almost went through Audrey Rodriguez's feet there at the very end of the play.
That was a good job by the Rodriguez Paulsboro goaltender.
It's a little over 5 minutes left in this first quarter. Sterling out to a 1-0 lead. Last time we were out here, it took them till the fourth quarter to get on the board.
This is our behind the goal angle up high.
Up in the bird cage.
Is that Ben over there? My eyes.
Yep, that's Ben.
Way to go, Ben. Ben, one of our many dedicated tech crew guys. See, I need to borrow your eyes there for that. It's just, I saw Ben. I didn't see Ben's face from here, but I could see Ben's size. So
yeah.
It was a good guess that it was Ben. And you see Martin in the middle, really doing a good job being around the ball and making things happen as you see Sterling moving up.
Nice takeaway there by Paulsboro as they try to send it up the field. Trying to cut it off there is McLear.
And that's a good job of Sterling kind of recovering there because Paulsboro had it. A pretty decent breakaway there.
Sterling trying to set something up. Paulsboro is trying to clear that one away. Laughlin passes that one in. That's out to Hope Lash.
Mr. Claiborne on hand here. Big field hockey fan.
Here's Paulsboro taking it up the far side.
And this is where you see Paulsboro moving upfield. You know, you can see Strong looks a little gassed right now, obviously not having the ability to sub. Mr. Claiborne, a former Paulsboro quarterback. And that was in, not from when, quarterback in... Didn't have too tough of an act to follow with Kevin, going after Kevin Harvey, the quarterback, right? But did a good job in your own right. Kevin Harvey was, and Mr. K and I covered a lot of his games, was one of the most thrilling and exciting players you'll ever see. Could score it, was a threat to score it anywhere on the field. Anytime, anywhere. He could be back on his own 1 yard line and you'd be worried about him just going all the way. It was just unbelievable. He could make people miss better than anybody I've ever seen.
Number 7 and 4 are all wide open.
He's a coach. He's the head coach at Paulsboro, I believe, a long-time assistant prior to that to Glenn Howard.
Almost another chance there for Sterling.
Strong's doing a good job when they get the ball in close, really aggressively going at it. That's how Martin was able to get her the one goal. And you see right here,
I think that went off the Paulsboro of McKee.
Goalie.
At the end of the first quarter, we'll show you a little video. It's girls field hockey questions. That'll be in a little over a minute. Our clock on the screen is unofficial.
What'd they call that game the girls soccer team played when they had
The Whisper Challenge.
the Whisper Challenge? That was great.
That was really fun.
It was. Oh, Mr. K went into his bag of tricks with what's in the box for girls volleyball.
Oh,
so.
I've seen that. I've seen that game being played. That's fun.
The greatest thing about the Whisper game was it just was you could see them being frustrated on both ends of it.
So about a little less than a half a minute to go in this first quarter. Sterling taking it up the field. There's Martin. We'll hear a whistle as she tries to stay with it.
Not too many seniors on this Sterling team, so I think the big thing is next year you want to try to get the numbers up. You hope maybe you'll have some freshmen coming in.
So that will do it for the end of this first quarter. Sterling jumps out to a 1-0 lead over Paulsboro, and you'll see a video of the girls field hockey questions. Second quarter action coming up after this.
Definitely my phone. I can take a break from social media. I try and take breaks, so I could do my phone.
My phone, because I can keep my TV all the time and watch whatever I want and do whatever I want from my TV.
Probably my TV, because I usually just use my phone to watch stuff, like on Netflix.
My phone.
My TV.
Probably my phone. I don't really need it.
TV, because I could watch TV on my phone.
Probably my TV, because I watch most of my shows on my phone.
I would go 1 week without my TV, because you can still watch TV on your phone.
TV, because I don't really watch TV that much.
My phone.
Probably my TV, because I use my phone a lot. I like to keep in contact with my friends.
So that's what the field used to look like, or the football field used to look like before our construction began on turf.
Mr. K,
pretty dang beautiful.
Flying his helicopter over. A lot of people don't know.
I bet he wished he would do that, but so that was some drone action. So there's what the construction's looking like right now. See that giant dirt pile there on the field?
It's amazing. And it didn't look like, I guess you're scraping a foot or so off the whole thing. It really adds up to a lot.
So Sterling with a 1-0 lead over Paulsboro after the first quarter. So second quarter action is about to get underway. That goal by Sterling, scored by Tori Martin, is your first goal of the year, according to our stats sheet at least.
And Paulsboro had some opportunities. I thought they were going to score the one time.
Yeah, there was that time pretty much almost as soon as the game started where they had a chance.
And then once Sterling, though, got it up the other end, they pretty much controlled the attack from that point on in the first quarter. That move, that run up the far side was what resulted in the goal.
Here's Sterling already with a chance. Paulsboro still trying to clear it. Again, Paulsboro has not scored a goal yet this year, and they've given up 58 on the season. Well, now 59. So we'll see if they'll be able to get their first one of the year, just like Woodbury did last time we covered field hockey.
It's a tough year for both teams, but both teams are out there hustling, playing hard. And if you're still out here in a tough season like this, it just shows that you really love the game.
Oh yeah, for sure. You're not bummed out or anything. You're still hustling no matter what your record is. That's good to see. So here's Paulsboro taking it down the far side. That's Haley Goss.
And the turf, got a little educated from Mr. Claiborne on turf. He said the turf we're getting is more like the kind you see on a lot of, obviously it's our football field, but they say that the field hockey specific fields that have turf is more of a flatter turf where the ball can really move, and probably a lot like the old time turf where they always used to say at the vet way before your time, they said it was like playing football in a parking lot. It was just like playing on concrete. It was so flat and hard, which lent itself to a lot of injuries. So that's why they've softened up that turf. But I think for safety purposes. I just think it's frustrating playing on grass with the ball just not moving that quick.
Because
not having a normal roll to it, and you can't anticipate bounces because you get all kinds of uneven bounces.
Yeah, because with that turf.
Oh yeah, as I said, our grass is in great shape, but it's still thick, and you can see where the ball just doesn't travel anywhere close to turf.
Yeah, because with the grass, it's gonna like. When it's rolling, okay, we got a goal.
Wow.
Paulsboro with their first goal of the season, and they tie this one up at 1 about 3 minutes into the second quarter.
Fittingly, a big celebration, and they got in. We just saw her getting close, and that was number 11. That was Alyssa Sharp, a sophomore. She just really stuck with it. Showed great determination. And Alyssa Sharp, congratulations to her for getting Paulsboro's first goal of the year.
Yeah, great job there by Paulsboro, staying with it through the whole play and being able to tie this one up at 1. And that's the first time Paulsboro has scored a goal against Sterling since September 27th of 2017.
Oh, man. Well, Sterling doing a good job responding here with a rush up the field. And here's you see right here, we had the kick, and everybody just kind of was flat-footed. Not sure what happened there, but give credit to Sharp. She just stayed with it and was rewarded with the goal.
Yeah, she didn't let anyone else stopping make her stop. She just kept on going. I mean, that just shows that even though you might think something might be called, if that whistle isn't blown, then just keep playing.
Keep playing
until you hear it.
Yep. And probably the most famous, it wasn't so much a whistle, but the most famous play where somebody played right till the end was the 1980 Olympic hockey team. Mark Johnson came out of the penalty box with like 5 seconds left, and the Russians just cleared the puck. Everybody stopped. He kept going and scored a goal with like 1 second left.
Wow.
And obviously that ended up, ultimately being one of the greatest upsets ever in any sport.
Wow. See, sports back in your day seemed way more interesting than now.
You know what? The thing about sports is you'll look back and say, wow, certain things were great then, but you always have something that brings you back. And my God, goodness, what's going on with the Phillies right now?
That's something I'm never going to forget.
You're never going to forget where you were at when Harper hit the home run yesterday. Never.
Oh, no. Like, obviously, I was alive when they got it in 2008, but I was a little me. My mom actually showed me a picture of me the day that they won the World Series in 2008. It was a little me wearing a 2008 NLCS championship hat with a jacket and holding a beer bottle. That was me in 2008.
Now that's a memory there.
But now I was actually able to really experience the journey the Phillies went on. And that's just really cool, knowing that they'll be in the World Series starting this Friday.
Well, not only that, but most of your memories now deal with them losing. You went through a long losing stretch, so you really appreciate, I'm sure you really appreciate what's going on.
It feels like a dream. It doesn't even feel like it actually happened.
Well, it's funny you say it, because Mr. K and I, when we first started following the Phillies, they had some rough years.
Oh, yeah.
And we were, when we made it over the top, we were like 15 years old when they won the World Series in 1980. First, Mr. K gives us a fast fact here that the Phillies were the first team to lose 10,000 games in any professional sport in America. Although they have been around since 1883.
Yeah, so they've had a long history.
It's a combination of that and definitely some lean years.
It's good to see them finally get that success, and
sure,
I'm just hoping that they can bring it back. And here's a chance for Paulsboro, and they capitalize, and they'll take a 2-1 lead.
And I looked at Paulsboro right there, Brian, as a team that really was feeding off that previous goal. Boy, they were really getting to the ball, and this is a team that's playing with a lot of enthusiasm after they scored that first goal. Look at them, they're going off the field. They're sprinting off. They are excited, and that's good to see. Obviously, both teams are having a tough season, and it's just good to see those girls still having the passion. There you see our girls over there. So it's shaping up to be a very good game.
Yeah, already a 2-1 game. Not even the first half is done yet, so.
And that was Sharp that really set that one up with good aggressive play, getting the assist. And just like that, Paulsboro is up 2-1 in a team that's playing with a lot of confidence.
Yeah, they're not playing like a team that we have listed right here. They're showing a lot of confidence. They're showing a lot of energy, and they're not letting things get by them. They're doing a really good job in this second quarter.
There you see Sharp just battling through players. Went through. It wasn't a move. Just aggressively went through two players.
So about 8:20 left in this first half. Again, Paulsboro with a 2-1 lead over the Knights. And you can follow us at Sterling TV 19 on our Twitter. Find out whenever we go live, as well as some behind-the-scenes info on any sports or any other events going on around the castle. Again, that's at Sterling TV 19. So Sterling trailing this 2-1 after they led it earlier in this game 1-0. And it seems like Paulsboro now has all the momentum.
And that's what you kind of see when you see teams, and this happens in soccer too. Paulsboro's winning the one-on-one battles. You know, they just are more aggressive right now. They really picked up the tempo in the last 8 to 10 minutes. As I say that, Capri McKee doing a good job going down that left-hand side and almost had a shot, but that was a good job defensively by Gianni Alvarado. Watch McKee coming here. Here, Capri McKee, a freshman, doing a good job, showing some speed. Going up that near side here.
She was the one who scored both goals in that Sterling win against Woodbury last week. A little over 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. Time you see on the screen is not official. And unlike soccer, I can actually see the official time that's left, so that's nice.
Right, yeah. Have you ever attempted to play field hockey, Brian?
No, I've never attempted to do that.
I know they have, in the Olympics, they have a men's field hockey team.
Oh, okay.
And I think we did, Mr. K might remember this. Didn't we have field hockey as in gym class? They had us play it. Right. And correct me if I'm wrong, but to what I was just saying, it's an Olympic sport, isn't it? Field hockey for men. But it's frustrating only hitting one side. I give these girls credit. They only have been able to use one side of the stick.
Yeah. That's going to be sometimes pretty frustrating when you think you have something going and find out that you hit the ball on the wrong side of the stick.
That's, yeah, a lot of whistles, a lot of stops. Yeah, you see McKee and Martin are really doing a good job forcing the offense up and putting pressure on the Paulsboro defense. And I think, you know, if they continue to do that, you have to think they're going to break through for a couple more goals.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And that's a good play defensively by Dara Murray, or Hope Lash. Because Paulsboro looked like they were going to break out again, and Lash is going to get a shot right here, a restart.
Here's Hope Lash with him on the far side. So I'm trying to stay with it. And we'll hear a whistle.
Somebody's waving to us, okay.
Hello to that girl in the background.
Yeah. Good work. That's a go Knights. Fans of Channel 19.
Very Go Knights moment, I'd say. Here's Sterling trying to rip it away from Paulsboro's possession. We'll get a whistle. Here's McClear with it. And for Martin, she gets Martin. Taken away defensively.
We haven't really spent much time in the middle. Most of it's either been down Sterling's way or down Paulsboro's way, and the rushes get them back and forth, but not a lot of time spent in the midfield.
So field position getting better and better for Sterling as they're looking to try and even this one up at 2 as we approach about 3.5 minutes to go in this first half.
So y'all, what we gonna say when we go to school tomorrow? That's where to go.
And you hope they can get some type of, I think they, Mr. K, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but do they have a, let's see if we get an opportunity here.
So they're looking for a chance. Trying to get a shot.
No whistle there. But they...
This mouth hard Logan's thing.
You see this on the replay. Had to just kind of fanned on that one. And a good job defensively. Cutting off that tough angle shot by Paulsboro.
You're ready, White.
Here's Lash with it. Trying to cross it toward the middle.
Now, you aware, Prod, do they have a middle school field hockey with the replay right here? A feeder program? They do have a feeder. Okay. Okay. I'm not sure of that. I know I'd heard in the past they did. I wasn't sure if they still had it. You hope they can build that up, and that can lead to more numbers here, because obviously we're having the issue in football. And, you know, it's never a good thing. We just got to get kids out who aren't, maybe some of the ones that aren't playing anything.
Yeah, 'cause that's the best. That's part about being in high school is getting involved.
I agree.
I mean,
in anything. That's my first message to the freshmen. Get involved in, not even, doesn't have to be sports. Get involved with Channel 19, right? Get
yeah,
involved with Channel 19.
Hey, anyway, please do. We need more people. That'd be great.
And you know, we the school, the play, Silvertones, just the band, a lot of good stuff going on here in addition to the sports.
Yeah, and you don't have to join at the beginning of the year either. You can join whenever you want. We're always looking for more people, and there's still plenty of events that'll be happening. I mean, we'll be covering some playoff stuff for the girls and boys soccer teams later in the week, and eventually it's actually moving by pretty quick. I mean, sooner or later we're going to move on to the start of the basketball season.
Yep. And the other bonus, if once you turn 16, right, you get paid.
Yeah.
So if your parents are just getting on you, you're tired of hearing them getting on you for getting a job, you could do this. It's a fun thing. You're hanging out with good people. You're making money.
Yeah.
And you're learning a skill that you could go on, and maybe it's something you'll enjoy and do it in college. I know you're leaning that way.
Yeah.
Ryan, you're doing an outstanding job here, and you're getting hands-on experience that not a lot of other high school kids can get, whether it's behind the mic or behind the camera.
Yeah, there's not a lot of high schools in general that have this type of program. So
Now, we are unique.
about 20 seconds left to go in this second quarter. Steve Sterling can get a late goal here in the last few seconds or so. There's a chance. And Sterling actually has to get it out of the 18 in order for this to actually end.
I guess they did, right?
Right there, they did. So that will conclude this first half of play. Paulsboro with a 2-1 lead over Sterling. Second half action will be coming up after these messages.
Can I go to the bathroom?
It's getting late. I should really go to bed.
Oh, what are you worried about? Come on, it won't hurt if you stay up another hour.
You know what? You're right. It couldn't hurt to stay up for another hour or so. What? It's already 1 a.m.? I didn't even realize it was so late. I'm telling her I'm going to bed. Oh my god, it's 7 a.m. Oh my god, ow! Ugh. Mom, I'm really late. Don't forget to pick up the kids later. Alright, I gotta go. Have a good day.
Dude, you should really take your hood down. I heard they're sending people to internal for an entire semester. Dude, that's just a rule. I'm taking my hood down. That's stupid.
Hey, you know the rules. No hood. And where's your ID? Get to class.
How many times do I have to tell you? Get the hoodie off. That's it. I've had it with this hoodie business. Down the vice principal's office now.
I can't believe I'm working on this homework for over an hour now. I'll have to submit this last assignment and I'll finally be done. Who's messaging me? I don't know who this is, but I guess I'll just see what she wants and then I'll go to bed.
What's got you all excited?
I have a date with this girl I met on Instagram earlier this week. This is my first time meeting her in person, though.
You just met this girl yesterday, and you're already going on a date with her?
You're crazy, man. You gotta be careful.
Whatever, man. You guys just may have a date tonight.
What is
I need to use the potty.
Can I go to the bathroom?
Yes, you can.
I wasn't even gone for that long.
Yep.
We'll take a look at the first goal here.
So it's Tori Martin getting that roller right there. Good job positioning herself in front of the net. And had a couple other near opportunities, but then Paulsboro came back, scored their first 2 goals. And you're going to see this right here. This is Sharp, Ashley Sharp. Alyssa Sharp, I'm sorry. Alyssa Sharp just coming right through, battling for the ball, and then they had another one where Sharp set that one up, and just like that, Paulsboro scores the 2 goals and is up 2-1 on Sterling.
Yeah, and then they were a team coming in that is 0-7 and had not scored a single goal offensively and has given up 58. And right now they're up 2-1 against Sterling right now. Now Sterling looking for an early chance, but whistle's blown.
Kid Z on this near side came up and looked like she was going to have a real good opportunity. Again, defensively, you saw one of the backs of Paulsboro break things up. So Paulsboro, and we said it, we saw that in that first half. After that goal, really have played with a lot of energy, winning some of the one-on-one battles, and they're rewarded with a 2-1 lead right here as we start the second half.
You know, also starting to get some of that. The misty conditions.
Yeah, we definitely have an increased feel of dampness compared to when we started.
That's for sure. It feels much colder out, and I'm seeing the mist starting to appear on the monitor. So we'll see if that has any impact on our play here in the second half.
Well, a good way to start the second here, if you see Kazee gets the ball into Martin and not able to get a handle on it. Looks like she had a point-blank opportunity there, but she's doing a good job, again, positioning herself in the right spot. You have to feel like, Brian, if they continue with this type of pressure, they're going to eventually get some goals.
And yeah, Sterling's supplied pretty much all the pressure they've needed to. It's just a matter of getting that ball in the goal there. Whistle there at the end of the play as we take a look at the replay there.
going to take a quick look, Brian, at our radar here to see where we're at weather-wise.
I saw, like, before the game started that it was only supposed to be cloudy. I didn't see anything about mist, so we'll see if that continues.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, my radar is popping up. No, it actually looks, to what you're saying, looks pretty good. I think there's just some spotty stuff that we're hitting now, but I don't think it's
anything
serious. Not going to get a downpour. Yeah, so Mr. K just told us there's a lot of humidity, so that might have a little bit to do with it.
Here's Sterling with a chance. For the moment, Paulsboro is looking to clear it out. Sterling's still trying to stay with it. And unfortunately, Sterling not able to capitalize.
And a good number of, probably half the team is either sophomores or ninth graders when you look at Sterling. So that's got to help out for the future. You know, have these girls come out, and you know, you have younger girls come up from the feeder program, and even some of these girls can maybe try and recruit some girls to come out and play. Maybe girls that don't play anything in the fall and are good athletes.
Here's Paulsboro trying to push it upfield. Here's Hope Lash with it. Trying to weave through defenders. Finds Kizzy. Cross toward the middle. And we'll hear a whistle there.
Well, Kizzy's doing a good job. We'll see this on a replay, getting out to the outside and turning and just getting the ball on the middle. But I've got to give credit to Paulsboro. See right there, 3, 4 Paulsboro defenders to 1 Sterling girl, Tori Martin, who's really battling in there. And Sterling's really just has to get more bodies in front of the net, I think, and maybe you'll get one of those rebounds in or take advantage of the loose ball in front of the net.
Yeah, so far in the second half, they've been playing a bit more outside than actually in closer to the goal. So you got to match what Paulsboro is doing here defensively if you want to really get a good chance at scoring.
Yeah. Here you have a penalty corner. But with that being said, Sterling's really getting a significant amount of the attack time here. And it's amazing they haven't scored one yet in the second half because they've definitely had opportunities.
Sterling looking to finally capitalize here and tie this one up at 2.
Looks like we might
we have a player down there.
Yeah, I think the stick hit her hand, and she is in some pain. I think at some point I would think they're going to stop. Yeah, they're going to do an injury timeout. You see the official signaling that. Not sure what happened, but I'm going to think the stick may have hit her hand. Good sportsmanship as you see the Paulsboro player coming out there to help out. Yeah, and she was the one. Let's see right here. Yeah, you saw her hit right there.
That's Jillian McLear who got hit there. And she looks right down at her hand and shakes it. Good sportsmanship by both teams as she'll be helped off the field.
One thing we very rarely see is an injury in field hockey.
Yeah.
It's one of the few times it's happened, which is a good thing. And hopefully, like you said, she's walking off the field, so it's not an issue. She hit her hand, but it's tough to see. I guess when the girl went by. Yeah.
It's a very odd injury right there. I mean, from the way we see it, it's a little bit difficult to tell what really happened.
Yeah.
But just gotta hope she's okay, and
especially with not any depth.
Yeah. And what's good though is that they actually have all 11 players here today.
And that is that McKee out in front, not quite able to get it, but that ball was loose. And again, Kazee put the ball in the middle. It's really, they keep doing this. It's only a matter of time before Sterling's going to break through and score again.
Yeah, I don't see many of these little drives that they're going on and like always failing. I think they're going to at least get one that slips by the defense and ends up going in. It's only a matter of time. About 8 minutes left in this third quarter. Again, Paulsboro with a 2-1 lead over Sterling as they look for their first win of the year.
Well, the tables were kind of turned there. You saw Kazee, most of this half was the one who went to the outside and set other people up, and it looked like Lash set Kazee up. Wasn't quite able to hold it on her stick, but boy, she was really in good position to get a shot off. And Brian, what you saw right there with Kazee with that ball bouncing, that's one reason why they want turf. You get true hops, whereas with this, it's like a ground ball in the infield. When you have an uneven infield, it's tough to judge the hops.
Just Kazee trying to cross it in, but we hear a whistle there at the end of the play. You can see us in the replay. That's cool. There's a chance there for Sterling, and they get it.
Okay, we'll see this on the replay. Was that Capri McKee, the freshman, breaking through? McKee with her 4th goal of the season. That was from a little further out. They had opportunities closer previously. There we look at McKee. Let's see where she was positioned here. You see her kind of on the left side of that camera. And she just got rid of it quick. Came to her and she just fired away at it. And I think that's the key. I think Strong right now, prior to that, is get caught up with trying to be too fancy in net. Boy, you see the ball, you're around net, just fire away at it. A good job there by Capri McKee. That's impressive. 4th goal as a freshman.
That'll actually give her the lead on the team in goals. It was her and Kizzy tied. And now with her 4th goal on the year, puts her in front on the team. So congratulations to Capri McKee.
Yeah, you see the weather we're dealing with right now. Can't be as bad as that Phillies game yesterday, though. With
oh yeah, that rain was pretty much nonstop. It was coming down.
Yeah, you're wondering why they didn't. And I feel bad for Sir Anthony Dominguez because I guess he just couldn't grip the ball.
Yeah, because like I don't want to put all the blame on him during that inning because that's kind of hard because I originally thought he was just overthrowing it, but I mean, yeah, I guess he just couldn't really get a good grip on it.
Pitchers always say that though. When it's drizzling, it's the toughest game, toughest weather to pitch in. And the front foot landing, Mr. K, a pitcher, helping us out with that. And I think Alvarado might have had some issue. Well, he had the rosin bag. But
yeah, they had to get him a new rosin bag. I remember that.
But yeah, when that's wet, then you run the risk probably of even getting injured as you do that. But it's still going to throw you off, throw off your mechanics. But we got the good result.
Yeah, that's for sure. What is your prediction for the World Series, Jules? How do you think it's going to go?
You know what? I'm going to step out and be bold and say they're going to win it. The facts don't line up that way.
No,
but,
no, not at all.
Astros are a better team, but it just seems like the breaks and this just guys stepping up at the right time. there's just a certain mojo that's going on.
Yeah, I mean, they've been underdogs, I'd say, the whole playoffs. I didn't think they'd get past St. Louis in the wild card round. And I especially didn't think they'd get past the Braves and then the Padres. So, I mean, why not?
If you would have told me the last weekend of the regular season when they were playing the Nationals, they played the Astros after that for final games, when they lost that Saturday against the Nationals, first game of doubleheader, I'm just like, they don't even deserve to be in the playoffs at that point. But man, oh man, have they gotten it together?
Yeah, because they got swept by the Cubs like 3 weeks ago, and
good point.
It was looking like the morale was down, and it was like parts of me were thinking they weren't even going to make the playoffs to begin with. But
and Harper, who I think he was still injured a little bit when he came back, it was not doing.
He didn't look like his normal self when he came back.
But that's changed in a hurry. In a big way.
He's stepped up when he's needed to.
No doubt, no doubt. That's one of the biggest home runs in Phillies history. There's
Sterling right there, just like that, is going to take a 3-2 lead over Paulsboro.
And you see what they're doing there. You saw them. You see Hope last year hitting it to the inside over Tori Martin. She just gets it as quick as she can, gets it in. And McKee doesn't stop it and try and shoot it and handle it for a period of time. Just taps it in.
Back-to-back 2-goal games for Capri McKee.
McKee up to now 5 goals on the year. Very impressive for a freshman.
What a year she's having.
We'll see this again. You see them just very quickly passing it, and then once they get it, getting rid of it. And the Paulsboro defenders just have no time to recover.
That's what I was saying about the World Series. I mean, I know you gave your prediction. I think.
What do you think?
Mike, I'm thinking the Phillies win it in 7. Part of me is thinking that. I mean,
I don't know if could you handle a 7-game series?
No. Oh no, not at all.
You might even have gray hair at the end.
Yeah, that's for sure. I feel like I have gray. I feel like I have gray hair right now.
Probably one of the most, I guess, gut-wrenching series was when the Phillies played Houston in 1980. Down in Houston, they were down and had a game where they came back against Nolan Ryan. And Nolan Ryan was one of the great pitchers of all time. And I think 4 of the 5 games went extra innings. People still say it's one of the greatest playoff series of all time. And that was when we talked to the Phillies just leading up to that, had good teams in prior years, just had bad luck and losing to the Dodgers. Just horrible luck, and you just felt like it was going to happen again, but they were able to come up with big hits at key times. I mean, everybody contributed. And it was just, you were just on the edge of your seat the entire series.
My real prediction, I mean, obviously, if the Phillies do win the World Series, I think they do it in 7 games. But my realistic prediction, I'm going to say the Astros win it in 6.
If you were betting me.
Yeah, if I was gambling, which I don't do, by the way, I need to tell you that.
Okay.
I don't do that. I would say the Astros do it in 6. I think overall they're a more complete team.
Yeah.
I mean, even with the star talent the Phillies have, and Harper and Schwarber and, dare I say, even Hoskins sometimes.
Well,
it's just, I think just the Astros have a much more complete team. I think they have probably the best starting rotation in all the majors. I mean, a lot of their guys are pretty consistent. But I mean, hey, maybe our magic can continue.
Yeah, it's. I mean, we beat a pretty good team, and as far as they don't compare to the Astros, but I mean, you beat a couple pretty good starters. You did what you had to do. Darvish is very good, but to what you're saying, Verlander. I mean, you're talking about a Cy Young guy there, and a great all-time pitcher. I think he let up a home run or a run the last time he pitched, but then was just, once he got into a rhythm, man, he just mowed them down for the next 5 innings. I think over 6 innings, gave up the 1 run and maybe 2 hits.
Yeah, I think it's all going to come down to the back end of our starting rotation. Like games like, because we'll have Ranger in game 3. I don't really know how he would perform. Nola obviously has to bounce back from his start in game 2 of the series against San Diego.
I like the Ranger I saw Friday night. I didn't like the one I saw for the Braves series. And
Yeah,
ironically, he let up less runs, but he was just shaky in that game.
Yeah, he had to get out of 2 bases loaded situations in like the first 3 innings.
3-2 count after 3-2 count, and it was just, it was unbelievable. I've never seen somebody have so many of those situations and just come away unscathed.
So we'll go to some fourth quarter action. Sterling leads Paulsboro 3-2.
Dude, what are you doing? Have you ever heard of Redmond's Revenge?
No, what's that?
Well, legend says every time a kid breaks a rule, Redmond sends them to Eternal for an entire year. Last year it was Susie Pink. This year it could be you. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Yeah, okay. I'll see you second block.
Why is everyone looking at me? Is there something on my face? Please stop looking at me.
Your clothes are dirty. You're ugly.
You're so crusty.
You look ugly.
Everyone sees you.
That's why your shoes are raggedy.
You're alone.
I'm gonna fail you. You're never gonna get to college.
It's all in your head. It's all in your head. It's all in your head.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Sterling Channel 19. We are here for some girls field hockey. Sterling up 3-2 over Paulsboro.
And a quick reminder, I know we mentioned it before, but boys soccer plays at 2 o'clock on Thursday, and then we'll have girls soccer at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning. So playoffs start fast and furious as we look at Ben under the canopy there, staying dry.
What's good, big dog? So fourth quarter action underway. Again, Sterling with a 3-2 lead over Paulsboro. Paulsboro did lead this 2-1 after Sterling started it off with a 1-0 lead, and then Sterling's been able to bounce back and get 2 goals of their own to take the lead. So we'll see if they can hold on to it.
And Sterling's getting better ball movement. They're not getting tied up by the defenders. They're not overhandling when they're out in front of the net. And I think that was the big reason why you saw those 2 goals that put Sterling ahead.
We also see this mist and this wind is still in the air as this table over here starting to get a little wet.
Yeah.
Even our papers right here are getting a little wet as well. Just see me in the background flinging it.
Got a restart here.
So Sterling trying to add on to their 3-2 lead. Paulsboro looking to find a way to tie this one up.
Well, we said, you know, they moved the ball better, and just, boy, the attack time, sustained attack time that they had, even when they were down, you felt like you're this close to the net, you're eventually going to break through a couple times.
So Sterling with it. Nice job there by Sharp to stay with it as she goes upfield, still with it.
And we talked about Paulsboro winning a lot of one-on-one battles. Sharp really was one of the key players doing that time after time and giving herself opportunities. Had a goal, had an assist.
Yeah, Sharp has looked pretty sharp so far.
There you go. I set you up.
Yeah, you did. See, it's nice having those last names where you can easily make those types of.
Yeah. A little bit of cleverness. Channel 19.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Just a wee bit. So Paulsboro here looking for a chance to tie this one up. Got about 11 and a half minutes remaining in this one.
Which leads me to my next question. Forgive me for not knowing, but in field hockey, is there any overtime or is it just end in a tie?
Yes, there is overtime.
Okay.
Like last game, we had an overtime, and where it was 1-1, and it was a 10-minute period, but it ended up only lasting 30 seconds.
Okay. I don't think I've ever done an overtime game, because obviously I wasn't here for that game. Well, that answers my question.
Yeah.
That's good.
Obviously, Sterling wants to stay as far away as they want to from overtime. We'll see if they'll be able to add on to their 3-2 lead. Here's Hope Lash. She will put it in play. Trying to thread the defense. And we'll hear a whistle.
I wonder if is there more whistles in field hockey, or in field hockey or lacrosse?
I would say field hockey.
I think so. Yeah, I would agree with you. Because I know both of them have a lot, but I'm tending to think there's more here. Will they get it into Key? Or Kazee, I'm sorry. Kazee right there battling, getting control, and she's been more in the middle and more in a potential goal scoring position here as this half's going on.
Yeah, I believe she was looking for Tori Martin to start that play off.
In the beginning of the half, she was the one who went in the corners and kind of dug it out and did the tough work and got the ball to the middle.
Nice job there by Alyssa Sharp, but she kicked it, so. Should we take a look at it? Yep, goes right off her knee. Paulsboro trying to clear this one away. Chance for Martin. Misses to the right.
Yeah, Martin turned around, and that's one of those ones where you don't know who's around you, and might have had a little more time than she thought. But there's been so many times when those Paulsboro defenders are bearing down on you, and you're just figuring you don't have much time. You just have to unload it.
Here's Paulsboro down on the far side.
Another stop. Yeah, not quite sure.
Yeah, I was kind of confused
going
to see why
on
they
here.
stopped that.
Yeah, not. Let's see. The referees are. Is it an equipment? Hold up. I'm not sure.
Fortunately, I'm not very.
Okay, she looked familiar. Yeah.
Fortunately, I'm not really. I don't really know much about the rules of field hockey, so I unfortunately can't really say what this is about.
They're talking to her, the Paulsboro coach, Monica Credo, who is a former Sterling student, and I believe she was the coach at Sterling. And they were talking to her for a little bit. Now we're going to get the goalie going back in the goal. So is it on the clock, or I am not sure.
I don't know. I'm so confused right now.
Yeah, she's wondering what's
the
going
coach
on.
doesn't look very happy. She looks upset.
Yeah, in games like this, it just seems like, you know, you have two programs struggling, and things like this can happen. Yeah, first-time players, and probably in a lot of cases, you have girls who they've got to come out or still learning the rules of the game on both teams. Yeah, they think, you know, you see confusion where they don't know where to go. But we look at Capri McKay. She looks like she knows what she's doing, and she's going to get a goal here.
A nice job there by McKee.
Boy, McKee's showing a lot of speed to get the hat trick, right? That's
her third goal of the game. She was not stopping. She was just zooming through that Paulsboro defense as that shot goes under the leg of the keeper, and she kind of kicks it back into the goal, and that'll give Sterling a bit more of a comfortable lead as they now lead it by 2.
And she's been using her speed all day, you know, in a lot of those rushes up the field, breaking away from people, leading to Sterling have some sustained attack time. But that one right there, she just went through like 3 or 4 people, and Paulsboro defensively just had no answers for Capri McKee.
So 7:16 left to go in this fourth quarter. Sterling with a 4-2 lead now after the third goal of the game by McKee. We'll have a post-game show to follow. So make sure to stay tuned for that.
And you have to think if Paulsboro is going to break out here to get to the other end, it's going to be something led by Sharp, because Sharp's been the one who's really had the speed and is able to get upfield in a hurry. So I have to think they're going to be looking towards her.
Nice takeaway there defensively by Sterling, and they now take over possession. Ooh, takes a fall there. That's McKee.
They're going to come after you a little bit tougher if you score a few goals.
He gets tripped up by Alessandra Abrams' stick.
It looks like somebody from Paulsboro has the responsibility of marking McKee.
So a little less than 5.5 to play here in quarter number 4. Sterling with a 4-2 lead as they try to hang on, maybe to add on. Here's Martin with it. Martin with a chance. Kicked away.
This is where Sterling's offense is their best defense. Just keep firing away with attack, and you could just tell Paulsboro right now is down. I mean, they were amped up after there's a couple goals, but when you have goals that get you ahead, especially that one, that was the backbreaker with McKee scoring that 4th goal to extend the lead to 4-2.
Yeah, they were up 2-1.
Yeah.
Sterling started the game off with a 1-0 lead, and then Paulsboro got 2 goals of their own to make it 2-1, and then Sterling has been able to respond with 3. And we'll take a look at the replay as this ball goes right into your living room.
We got a lot
Watch
of
out.
goal cameras. We got Ben over there up above. There's Ben's camera. Ben not getting a lot of action close his way this second half. A lot of it's been down the Paulsboro end of the field defending. This is Jensen on this camera. Yeah, Connor Strauss there on that camera. So our tech guys really doing an outstanding job. As you look, Kazee with the shot went to that short side. And this is Peter Shapley with his camera. Getting a real good view there of Kazee coming in at a point-blank opportunity, but
hey, and we cannot forget Nick Rotano in the replay, doing the replay.
No, not at all.
And Nick is sitting right next to Mr. K.
Yep.
Who's directing this.
Both doing an outstanding job as always.
Directing this masterful coverage of girls field hockey.
We see Ben with his camera back there.
So we got a little dog back there. There's one dog that sits. See that? Yeah, you see that white fence over there, and then that play place. Earlier when we were setting up, there was a dog in there, in that play place, who just continuously was just barking at us nonstop.
Yeah. Nothing worse than when you
the entire time.
You let your dog out on a wet day and they get distracted, and it's just a nightmare. They can't do what they got to do. I speak from experience.
So about 2 minutes left here in quarter number 4. Again, a post-game show will follow as Sterling looks to win it. And Sterling will continue to add things on. They now make it 5-2.
And I believe that was that Kazee? She brought it up. Oh, it was Martin. Okay. Sorry to Tori Martin, but good job by Kazee bringing it up, getting the shot, and really putting a lot of pressure on. And Martin right there to finish it off, putting herself in a real good spot. Tori Martin with her, I believe, second goal.
That's her second goal of the game, second goal of the year.
Yeah, really playing well. She's been one of the ones who's led to a lot of the offensive attack time, along with McKee, Kazee.
Second straight time Sterling has scored 5 goals against Paulsboro, and they've actually scored 5 or more goals against Paulsboro in each of their last 6 meetings.
And there you see the frustration of playing on grass. You saw Kazee with the ball going up, and then the ball it was going at a certain pace and then just stopped. It hit something where it stopped, and that speaks to again, field's good. Field for grass is good, but it's unevenness that makes it frustrating in field hockey.
So a little over a minute left to go here in the 4th quarter. We'll see if Sterling can add on.
Martin on the doorstep, almost in position to get a hat trick. As we're looking at, I can't even, it's too far away from me, Brian, to read that. I need your 16-year-old eyes. You 16?
Yeah, 16-year-old eyes.
16-year-old eyes, okay.
It won't be 16 for much longer, but.
Even if they're 17-year-old eyes, it's still good. It's still better than 57-year-old eyes.
So a little less than a half a minute left. As I think I'm pretty confident in saying Sterling will get the victory.
Yep. Dominate, and I mean dominate the attack time in the second half.
And again, at one point they trailed this game 2-1.
Yep.
So they've attacked and defended very well in this second half, as that will do it for field hockey today. Sterling will take down Paulsboro 5-2. Hat trick from McKee and 2 goals from Martin gives Sterling the win. And we'll have a post-game show as Mr. Schulz will be our awesome interviewer. We'll be right back after a few messages.
Then you should adjust your seat or mess with the radio before driving. Buckle your seatbelt. Also, remember to turn your lights on to avoid hitting deer or ignorant pedestrians. Ignore the phone. It can wait. Keep in mind that you're not the only one on the road. Remember, you should always be aware of animals.
Okay, this is Mr. Schulz with the Strong Field Hockey team after a real nice win. First, I'm going to talk to Ajane Kazi. The thing that was impressive in this game was Paulsboro went ahead 2-1. What happened in that second half that really got you guys going?
I would say that we all got together during that halftime. We looked at ourselves. We know how we can play. We know we can be better. And we know this was our game. So we just all put it together in the second half to turn it around.
And you did a real good job in particular with, it looked like in the beginning of the second half, you were in the corner and you were trying to get the ball to the middle, to the other forwards. Was that something that was talked about at halftime?
Yeah, we try to always force the ball to the right side because it's their non-stick side, the other team. So I'm a right wing, so we go up the right side, and then I try to hit it right in the center of the cage. But we try to really make that clear this second half and get the passes stronger.
And you definitely did that. Ajane, thanks for coming on with us, and congratulations.
Thank you.
And we have Capri, directly from my geometry class. Capri, wow, you were really impressive today on the offensive end. First off, have you played a lot of field hockey prior to this year?
I played last year, my 8th grade year, and that was the first time I played, but my sister taught me a lot when we played in the summer.
So you're still learning the game. Have you ever had a 3-goal game?
No.
Wow. That's got to be exciting to you. And it looked like you were playing, as the game got going, with a lot of confidence. Did you just feed off the first couple goals and then ultimately getting that third goal?
I really wanted to win this game, and everyone on our team really wanted to win, so it was a nice mix of the energy, really got everyone going.
Yeah, energy is one thing I definitely saw from you guys, and Capri, it led to the 3 goals. Congrats, and thanks for coming on with us.
Yep.
Okay. Yep, there we go. We have Jillian McAleer here. You're a junior or a senior? Junior, okay. So you've been with the program for a couple years. Obviously some tough times, but it's got to feel good today to be able to break through, score some goals, and get a win. Talk about how you feel right now.
I just feel really good because it's AJ's night and we did it for her, and we were all putting an energy in for her because we wanted this win for her tonight. And I'm just proud of all of us. We all did our effort and all our work for it, and yeah.
That's good. There's got to be good chemistry. Obviously, it's a tough year with the numbers being low, but do you guys just pick each other up when you're down?
Yeah, we're like a big family, and like that's how I see it at least. And like whenever someone messes up or does something wrong, we're always there to pick each other up.
Yeah, that definitely showed today. And Jillian, great job. Thanks for coming on with us. Okay. And we have Hope Lash here. Come over here. Wow, you seem to be everywhere. It seemed like you were involved in midfield. You were all over the place. Is that the game that you play all the time? Is that a big part of your game?
Kinda. It's just wherever I need to be. Like wherever there's an empty spot, I guess I kind of go. So.
You read. Is it about reading the play? Is it a lot about that?
Yeah, just like if they're hitting it and there's an empty spot, then I'm kind of just gonna be there rather than where I'm supposed to be because it makes more sense.
We're talking a lot about the second half, how you guys came back. What was said when Paulsboro, kind of out of nowhere, haven't scored a goal yet this year, but they went ahead 2-1. How did you guys handle that? What did you talk about?
We just talked about how we need to play our game and that we need to play what we know and how we practice, which we weren't playing how we were practicing, and we were just really messy in the beginning, and we really fixed it up the second half.
Yeah, and it seemed like your passes were cleaner. You connected on passes in that second half, and you guys just played a lot better. Got to feel good, especially in struggles, but seeing as a team you guys play that way.
Yeah, we definitely were stronger with the passes and more accurate with the passes. So yeah.
Well, good job, Hope. Congratulations. Thanks for coming on with us, and best of luck.
Thank you.
And Coach, you want to come in here? You have to feel good for the girls. My goodness, it's been a tough year, but and even the way they showed some character being down and then coming back. Talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, it was a struggle for the first 2 quarters, and that's something that we talked about during our halftime and during our timeouts. We just needed to figure out mentally what we need to do to put it together and play clean field hockey. We talked about, just making silly mistakes out there, and that's not us, like the girls said. That's not the game that we play. It's not what we know how to play. And what we really needed was for them to mentally pick each other up, and they did that during that halftime. And then you saw that drastic difference. They came out making clean passes, breaking it down. Are we getting our feet out of the way? Are we getting our body in the right position? And they consciously made those choices to do those things, fix those things, and you saw the result of that. So.
Yeah, it seemed like it was a domino effect. A couple plays here and there, and then they just fed off each other. Talk a little bit about it.
Yeah, I mean, you need something to build the confidence, and it only takes one person to get everybody going, or one good play, and then that builds the confidence of everybody else, and it just keeps building on that. So that's what they did. So.
They definitely did that on a little bit of a wet day, but you're not feeling it now with the win.
Yeah, no, it's not bad. It's good hockey weather.
Yeah. Well, Coach, thanks for coming on with us, and in a very tough year. Congratulations on the win. Ladies, congratulations. Thanks for coming on with us. Okay. Thanks, Coach. Yep. Okay. So that'll do it. Just a great job by the Lady Knights field hockey team in a very tough year, coming back, being down 2-1 to Paulsboro, and coming away with a big win here. For everybody involved, the tech crew, our camera guys hanging out in the rain, Mr. K in the truck with Nick doing the replay. And, of course, can't forget